Good morning and welcome. Thank you for joining us on this special day as we celebrate the rite of passage of our fourth graders during their chalice ceremony. We are so proud of them. If you would like to learn more about how you can become a more active person in our faith community, please fill out a visitor form at the welcome table or on our website at www.unitytemple.org. We would love to help you make connections leading to more meaningful experiences. You may also reach me, Tina Lewis, at tlewis@unitytemple.org. I'm happy to meet with you in person, on Zoom, or by phone. Whether you are joining us in person or online, we are delighted you're here and we hope you'll come again.
Good morning and welcome. My name is Adam Gill. I'm a member of your Board of Trustees. I use the pronouns he, him. I would like to invite and welcome everyone for coffee, cookies, conversation, and fellowship immediately following the service in Unity House, which is immediately across the foyer. If you'd like to join us for an activity during the week, those are listed on the back of the order of service or in the weekly newsletter, the e-Beacon, which is sent out on Fridays. I'd also like to let you know that the Spring Music Festival tickets go on sale today, starting today. Earlier this month, the transitions team shared a draft of a relational covenant that will be voted on for adoption by the congregation in 6 weeks on Sunday, April 30th. And I'd like to highlight a portion of that draft today, which says, "We hereby covenant to embrace our congregational mission by being welcoming, kind, and compassionate, inviting all to engage in the work of the congregation, recognizing that each of us is on a unique spiritual journey, and committing to justice, equity, diversity, and belonging." If you have any questions about the covenant or this, or what it means, or any questions, please find Reverend Dawn or a member of the transitions team to share your thoughts. We are so glad that you can join us today, and we hope you enjoy the service and find it meaningful. And invite you now to greet those around you, both here in person and online.
Good job, Ella! Woohoo! You did it! First time in the bag.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Our chalice lighter today, his name is Wyatt. Wyatt likes Pokemon and Minecraft. Please join me in the words of our chalice lighting. We are Unitarian Universalists. This is the church of the open minds, loving hearts, and the helping hands. We take care of the planet Earth and each other.
Norbert Chopek was a Unitarian Universalist minister in the 20th century that is credited with the father of modern Unitarianism. The Chalice Singers, the 2023 Winter Chalice Singers, are going to sing words from Reverend Chopek's note to his daughter.
Even though 1,000 times
eternity. So discouraged, he's handed this note to his daughter through the bars of a jail as he was in prison, ready to be shipped off to Dachau. This man had true hope, and this is what these folks are singing about this morning. Be grateful.
Thank you, chalice singers. Nice work. Our opening words today are from Carol Meyer. We are people of all ages who enter this space bringing our joys and sorrows. We come together in hope. We greet each other warmly with our voices and our smiles. We come together in peace. We lit the chalice to symbolize our interdependence and our unity. We come together in harmony. We share our growth and aspirations. We come together in wonder. We share our losses and disappointments. We come together in sorrow. We share our concern and our compassion. We come together in love. We come to this place bringing our doubts and our faith. We come together as seekers. We sing and pray and listen. We speak and read and dream. We think and ponder and reflect. We cry and laugh and center. We mourn and celebrate and meditate. We strive together for justice and mercy. Whoever you are, wherever you are on your life's journey, and wherever you are in the world, you are welcome here. Come, let us worship together.
Please join me. Rise in spirit or in body with 361 in your gray hymnal. Enter, rejoice, and come in. And remain standing after for our covenant. Here we go.
Today will be a joyful day.
please join me for the words of the covenant, which are printed in the order of service. Love is the doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is its sentiment, and service is its prayer. To dwell together in peace, to seek knowledge in freedom, to serve humanity in fellowship, to the end that all souls shall grow into harmony with the divine. Thus we do covenant with each other and with God.
You can sit down. Good morning. My name is Matt Brown. My pronouns are he, him, and I serve on your spiritual care team. Love is the doctrine of this congregation, and sharing joys and sorrows of our lives with each other is one of the ways in which we embody love and build the container of our community in which we can live our mission. Before service each week, there's a binder outside of the doors of the sanctuary, and those of you who attend in person are invited to write your joy and sorrow in the binder either before or after service. For those of you online, we'll review the chat each week and make sure to incorporate what is typed in the chat in the sharing next week. You can also email your joys and sorrows to us at joysandsorrows@unitytemple.org. Whether you're sharing online or writing in the binder, please make sure to include your name. If you'd like to talk with someone about what is on your heart, please feel free to contact the spiritual care team. We're here to listen and sit with you in both times of joy and sorrow. You can reach any of us individually. We have these blue hearts on our name tags, or by contacting Reverend Don, or by emailing spiritualcare@unitytemple.org. Here are the joys and sorrows that were shared this week. From Judy Gato Grace, celebrating a wonderful husband, father, friend, and all-around wonderful human being, Terry Grace is 75 years young today. And Lisa Brown Aiken also shares she is grateful for another trip around the sun. Aiko Iragashi asks us to hold her in our hearts. She has broken her hip and is in the hospital. She also asks that we hold her cousin Maurice and his wife Julie in your hearts as they have COVID. Janet Holden feels that she is feeling better, but has a strep infection on top of COVID. Michael O'Donnell shares that his cat died last month. They were good friends, and he misses them. Molly Besta Alsheen shares that we hold her Buddhist friend Lavaro in our hearts. He had 2 nephews who was lost to gun violence in Chicago. Other than the items that were just shared, there are many of us with other joys and sorrows in our lives right now. When the music begins, we invite anyone who has a joy or sorrow in their minds or in their hearts to come forward and silently drop a stone into the bowl of water. As you come forward, please form lines along the side and return up the middle aisle. In the interest of time, please start the lines at the corners of the table. Please join me in a moment of prayer and meditation. This is called Steady Yourself by Jewel Kilcher. Steady yourself, love, steady yourself, for victory is near. Shut out the world with its tyranny of noise. None of this matters now. Draw strength from the vision the deepest folds of your soul so longs for it is a song we all sing. Steady yourself, love, upon my gaze in this corridor, and waver not in the face of the battle cry. We will not be beaten. Lose not your faith now, for I need it to strengthen my own. And should your steps falter, mine would grow lonely in this world of coal and roses. We are the living, and the living must love the world. It is our duty to fill our hearts with all the anguish and joy of our brothers and sisters. Steady yourself, love. Be strong beside me, and know that our unrelenting gives them dis-ease, and that the clearer your mouth raises itself in songs of freedom, the more others will come to warm themselves around the flag of your faith. For our numbers grow, and soon will outweigh their tattered armies, and I want your heart to rejoice in its inevitable victory.
People ask a lot of questions here at Unity Temple. Asking questions is an important part of who we are as Unitarian Universalists and what we do. The questions people ask include things like, who is in the pulpit today? What will the topic be? Are they serving cookies at community hour today? Where do babies come from? What makes a family? What do I believe in? What does our religion believe in? What can I do to make this world a better place? We do our best to cover all these topics here at Unity Temple. The grown-ups are also asking these questions too, even the questions about the cookies. Today we have a special rite of passage for our fourth graders that we call our chalice ceremony. Over the course of their time together, the fourth graders delved deeply into Unitarian Universalism, and they spent time reflecting on their own ideas. And then they did a really brave thing. They wrote down some of those ideas and thoughts and agreed to let me share them with you today. I let them know that you are all very interested in learning what they have to say. And just like each one of you, they are unique and special and has so much to offer the world. I'd like to introduce these amazing fourth graders and ask that they come up front to be recognized. Come on up. They are Ruby, Francis, Charlie, Marilla, Simon, Evan, Josie, Magnus, Olive, Maggie, Olivia, Wyatt, and Abram. Their volunteer class leaders were Fran Knekel, Sarah Burden, and Megan Green. Can the class leaders raise their hands and wave, maybe? Thank you. 2 of our young people were not able to participate today, but we will recognize them just the same. As I share with you things about our 4th graders, you might hear people in the congregation laugh or sigh or see them nod in agreement. And I want you to know that laughter especially is love. You are surrounded by love and cared for by everyone here. I know this to be true. Some of the questions we asked our 4th graders were more challenging, and I encourage you to reflect on your own answers as I share these answers with you. I asked the 4th graders, what is your favorite thing to do and why? Maggie shared that she likes cheerleading. Francis likes to play Monument Valley because it is fun. Evan likes basketball and video games. Olive likes ballet and snuggling with her cat named Rainbow Glitter Sparkles. Charlie likes to play video games because they are fun. Josie says her favorite thing to do is write books, and she likes to play with her friends. Marilla likes to play video games and play basketball with her brothers and her dad. Abram likes to play sports because he likes competition. Magnus shared that he likes to eat candy to have a sugar rush and also likes to play soccer. Simon likes to play Nintendo because it is fun. Olivia likes dancing. Wyatt likes to play with his dog Mario. And Ruby shared that she likes to ice skate because it is fun. When I asked these 4th graders, what is your favorite holiday and why? Charlie shared he likes his birthday. Olive likes Christmas and Easter because they're both about being together with family. Josie says, my favorite holiday is Halloween because my family takes lots of time to make costumes and we all dress up as a movie. Wyatt shared that Halloween is his favorite because it is close to his birthday. Ruby also likes Halloween. Maggie, Evan, Simon, Marilla, Abram, and Magnus all agree that they enjoy Christmas a whole lot. Francis likes birthdays because they are all about you. I also asked the kids, what do you believe about the world or people or what's most important to you and how you live your life? Maggie shared that family, friends, and cousins are important. Charlie says it is important to eat and breathe and love. Francis shared that people shouldn't underestimate women. Marilla shared that all people should be treated fairly no matter their gender, race, status, etc. Olive shared that they hope people do not get hurt because of their race. Josie shared that love is important in life and everyone should be loved in life. Evan shared that he loves sports, his family, and his friendships. Olivia shared that people should be able to be themselves without criticism. Magnus shared that he believes everyone should be kind. When I asked the 4th graders what they believe in about God, some of them shared that they don't really know what they believe yet. Some shared that they believe in God, and some shared that they believe that there is no way of knowing for sure. Some also shared that they do not believe in God, but they will think about it more later. I asked this class, what does being you call you to do? Olive shared that being a you calls us to help all living things. Charlie shared that being a you means going to church and seeing people you know there. Maggie shared that being a you calls them to learn about things. Magnus shared that being a you teaches you about finding more ways to be kind. Olivia shared that being a you means to respect other people and other religions. Josie shared that being a you means you can believe what fits you best. Evan shared that yous go to church. And finally, when I asked the class if there is anything you would like people to know about you, Evan shared that he likes Five Guys and has a best friend forever for eternity. Wyatt wants people to know that he is 10 years old. Simon says that he likes football. Abram shared that he plays guitar. Magnus shared that beavers are the best and soccer and candy are too. Frances shared that she likes sushi, and Ruby wants people to know that they have pet rats. And finally, Olive plays the harp. I am deeply proud of these fabulous fourth graders, who they are, how much they have grown, and what they bring to us in their actions, words, and presence. I am thrilled to know each one of them and so glad that they are part of this religious community. And now the fourth graders will do a bit of leading for us. Please turn to the insert in your order of service, and you will see the words of affirmation and the words of rite of recognition. The fourth graders are going to share this affirmation with you. You ready, fourth graders? 1, 2, 3. And now I invite you all to join us in the rite of recognition printed in the order of service. We'll start with our fourth graders. 1, 2, 3. We recognize you as our own. We celebrate your growth in maturity, in faith, and in knowledge of our religion. We care about you, and we love you, and we promise to keep you always in our circles. Teach us and learn with us. We will teach you if you will teach us, and together we will grow in learning and in spirit. Lastly, we'd like to give the fourth graders some gifts. I have a book for each fourth grader titled Sunday and Everyday, a little book of Unitarian Universalism. And each fourth grader will get a stone with their name written in beautiful calligraphy by the very talented Jim Parks. On the other side of the stone, our amazing youths have painted beautiful and unique chalices. My friend Stephanie Kiesling is passing those out right now. Let's hear it for our fabulous fourth graders. Fourth graders, you can return to your families.
Congratulations, fourth graders. I just want to say I regret that there were 2 names that were not included in our chalice singer roster, Cameron Kohler and Abe Ellis. I also want to really, really thank Henry Ellis, our extraordinary singer from United Voices, and Betsy Davis for being there at every rehearsal that she can and for making our young people's experience excellent. There is more love somewhere.
Nice job, cello singers. Great job, fourth graders. I love plants. I love to watch things grow and yield fruit. I love to eat fruits and vegetables that were grown and nurtured by someone close by, and I love to be around people who are excited about gardens, plants, and all things greenery. This love for all types of plants began at a very young age for me. You see, I was raised by farmers who had 7 acres under glass in a greenhouse in a small town in Ohio. For 75 years, my family grew millions and millions of plants from seeds and sold the fruits and flowers to retailers and directly to customers at our attached shop. My grandparents were the owners of this wonderful place. Now that I'm an adult, my spouse and I have a few small gardens of our own. We like to have a quiet ritual of surveying the land each morning. We walk around the front and the backyard and see how things are going and dream about what is possible in our small space. My love for plants does not stop at admiring their beauty and eating their fruits. I also love to learn about plants. During one of my self-motivated plant informational dives, I learned about a really interesting cacti. Introducing the jumping cholla. This is not just a clever name. And if you get too close to this cacti, it will attach itself to your clothes, skin, or hair and be extremely difficult to remove. So difficult that by trying to remove the prick of a jumping cholla, the spines will break off and the branch will use a spring-like motion to attach itself onto another part of your body or clothes. These pricks are painful, I'm told, and extremely difficult to remove. This is just one example of why I find plants fascinating. Over the last several months, I have been given the opportunity to participate in the worship services more regularly. This has been a truly wonderful experience for me, and I have learned so much in doing this work. My duties here have shifted to accommodate the sabbatical of Reverend Emily Gage. Lots and lots of thoughtful planning was done prior to Reverend Emily's sabbatical to ensure that the mission of all things lifespan faith development were maintained while she was away. Reverend Emily and I talked about a whole variety of tasks and events, and we highlighted this important one, the fourth grade chalice ceremony. Reverend Emily and I even talked about what it feels like to be in the pulpit. Reverend Emily shared with me that after all her years of ministry, she still feels nervous every time. I'll be honest with you. I get nervous up here. Well, it used to feel like nervousness, but now I'm not so sure. I mean, it was without a doubt nervousness in the beginning, and now that I've been doing this work almost weekly for the last 5.5 months, it still feels like nervousness physically in my belly. But I think it might be my body telling my brain that this is happening. It feels like my brain has reshaped my feelings into more of an awareness, and I've become used to feeling that awareness and nervousness sensation in my belly right before I do something from this pulpit. In case you're wondering, it's happening right now. Our fourth graders shared with me that they were a little bit nervous about today. Some of their grown-ups shared that they were nervous too. If you have ever felt nervous, raise a quiet hand, as I am certain you are in good company. Sometimes when I'm nervous, I wonder, am I making someone else feel nervous? Am I sharing my nervousness with others? Have you ever been around somebody who had really big feelings? If you have spoke to them, did you notice your own feelings becoming more intense or even matching someone else's? Did you notice some level of emotional disruption? This makes me think about that beautiful and treacherous jumping cholla cacti that I mentioned earlier, and how easily it stuck onto things, people, and animals, and was difficult to remove. Nervousness isn't the only emotion that can take on a jumping cholla-like attachment. Fear, bravery, strength, aggression, love, compassion, admiration, and a whole lot more emotions can be spread just by being around someone who's actively feeling these feelings. When our religious education classes meet on Sunday mornings, each class does a check-in. People of all ages are invited to share how they're feeling, and when this happens, we hold a space for all of the feelings. All feelings are welcome, and it is okay to take a pass at this activity. We offer this check-in or take a pass ritual in our classrooms as a way to encourage meaningful connections and help deepen our sense of community. We aren't just offering a verbal check-in, we're also offering a check-in by using some visual cues and mosaic stones like the ones we use for our joys and sorrows during our worship services. The reason we offer more than one way to check in or take a pass is to support a more inclusive way of reaching out to people in our religious education. Inclusivity calls us to focus on finding new ways to meet people where they are versus expecting us to meet them where we are, meet us where we are. Inclusivity means a lot to me. Over the course of the last several months, I have tried to think about how we do things here and how they could be done differently using a more inclusive mindset. Through the leadership of the Religious Education Committee and with the support of our board, we have made some adjustments to our classroom spaces, especially inside Gale House and our community center, which now has a game room. We've added softer textiles like rugs and floor cushions with the intention of creating a more comfortable and inclusive space for all types of learning and engaging. We've encouraged more play through games and activities and have thought about ways to help encourage participation. The volunteer class leaders have fidgets, notebooks for doodling and writing, Play-Doh, and a host of other support tools to help make things easier on our young people. The addition of the mosaic stone check-in offers a visual and physical option for check-in versus a verbal one. I'd like to add that the check-in process isn't just a one-time thing, and that kids are welcome to and encouraged to change their check-in throughout their time in their spaces. So, in the spirit of check-in, I am pleased to tell you that I am not so nervous right now. I'm feeling excited, and I'm feeling grateful for this space and for this opportunity and for each and every one of you. I'm feeling especially proud of our fourth graders and for our chalice singers today, for their bravery and willingness to share. I am also truly grateful to their grown-ups for sharing their families with our community. We are a better place because each one of you is here. May we continue to look for ways to be more inclusive. May we be thoughtful in our emotions and careful with what prickers we might be springing on to others. May we take time to care for ourselves, our emotions, and our surroundings. May we be more self-aware of the messages that our bodies are telling us and what feelings those messages inspire in us. May it be so. Blessed be.
Good morning. My name is Rich Picorni, and my pronouns are he, him. I'm a member of Unity Temple and a grateful supporter of the Third Unitarian Church's Austin Scholars Program. Each week, Unity Temple gives our Sunday offering to an organization that aligns with our Unitarian Universalist values and is committed to bringing compassion, equity, and justice to the world. This week, our offering goes to the Austin Scholars Program. Members of Third Unitarian Church created the Austin Scholars Program in 1974 to provide financial assistance to graduating high school seniors in the Austin community of Chicago. The scholarship funds awarded go toward incidental expenses that often become obstacles to low-income students, even though they have other financial assistance. Typically, the Austin Scholars Program grants 15 to 20 awards of $1,000 per year. Every high school graduate attending college can change a family and a community. I hope you will join me in partnering with the Third Unitarian Church, helping us to assist even more worthy students in attending college. You may donate by placing cash or checks in the collection baskets that are being passed. If you're sitting in the back and I see you're already passing the baskets, please pass the baskets and someone will be at the back of the main floor of the sanctuary to collect all the baskets. You can also give by sending a check to the Unity Temple office with Austin Scholars on the memo line, or by following the instructions on your screen if you're online. Checks must be received by next Friday to be credited toward this charity. Your gift will help us create a more just world, and may it also bring you joy. Thank you.
Hello, please join me in our final hymn, Sia Humba. Chalice singers, grab an instrument. You can come down here if you want. And there are instruments on the benches. The hymn number is 1030 in the teal hymnal. And join me. Rise in body and spirit.
Your heart.
Every living thing grows. Plants grow from seed to maturity. Animals, including us human beings, grow from babies to adult. Indeed, we never really stop growing, do we? Today, we celebrated growth, growing children of this congregation and the growth that promises to be right around the corner this time of year, the growth that we all engage in by being part of this religious community, challenged to confront our assumptions and to revisit and revise our worldviews. May we go our separate ways today, mindful that all living things grow. And now I invite you to join me in the words of our chalice extinguishing printed in your order of service. Carry the flame of peace and love until we meet again.
We're back!
Thank you for joining us. I hope you found this service meaningful. My name is Cecile Harris, and my pronouns are she, her. After the pandemic and racial unrest in 2020, I sought a place where I could grow spiritually while serving the community. I found it at Unity Temple. From the start, I received the warmest of welcomes. I learned and continue to learn about the many meaningful ways to be socially active and to find spiritual guidance with other like-minded people. I've attended the women's retreats, gone to sacred wanderings, began to practice meditation, and met kind, wonderful people. I'm also a member of the BIPOC group, a safe and brave space for congregants and friends who are people of color. I joined the hospitality team because I felt I needed the socialization. And when I'm here on Sunday mornings, I feel as though I receive much more than I give. My heart is always full after Sunday services. I feel I belong, and I am so grateful. Our worship services and all the other wonderful things we accomplish are made possible by contributions of members and friends of this Unity Temple congregation. I ask you to join us in financially supporting our work. You may donate by using the QR code on your screen or by mailing a check to Unity Temple UU Congregation, 875 Lake Street, Oak Park, Illinois, 60301, or by giving on our website, unitytemple.org, then clicking on Donate at the top of the screen, then clicking on PayPal and giving by credit card or your PayPal account. I'm asking you to support all the wonderful work we do at Unity Temple, welcoming all, inspiring compassion, nurturing wonder, and serving community. Many of our activities are available online for you. You can learn about how we carry out our mission on our website, unitytemple.org, and find out about our many support groups, faith and action teams, social groups, faith development groups, and music programs through the website or by contacting Tina Lewis at tlewis@unitytemple.org. Thank you, and may what you give bring you joy.